Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Morning, Miss. Morning, Mom and Daddy. First of all, I want to say thank you all for coming to my PBL today. In this PBL, we design a digital portfolio. Here it. Oh. I was designing this portfolio assisted by my pretty and gorgeous homeroom teacher, Miss Irma. Thanks, Miss. And of course, I've been helped a lot by our one and only IT teacher, Mr. Nasir. Thank you, Mr. Nasir, wherever you are. Well, public present, I research portfolio. Let me introduce myself first. I am Isaura Airis Kalista Umar. I am 10 years old. I am a 4th grader of SDI Al-Azhar 52 Sidoarjo. I like eating noodles. But my mom will be mad if I eat more than 1 noodles per week because she said that it contains less nutrients. My favorite drink all the time is ice lemon tea. Whenever we go eating outside, I always choose to order ice lemon tea instead of others. I like playing Roblox. Well, who's not into Roblox? But Daddy frequently reminds me to be wise on playing online games. Well noted, Daddy. My hobbies are swimming and cycling. I usually go swimming with my sister in the swimming pool near our house. Meanwhile, I sometimes go cycling with my friends around the neighborhood. It is always so fun to spend our time with our friends, right? At school, science and PE are my most favorite subjects. Science makes me curious and want to know about a lot of things around me. We sometimes do experiments at our school lab. Meanwhile, PE allows us to do lots of activities outside. It is so refreshing. The teachers, Miss Claudia for science and Mr. Eko for PE are super kind and really attractive. I love them. My idol is Taylor Swift. She is young, beautiful, talented, and a smart artist. Her songs are nice and really enjoyable to listen to. I wish I can go to her concert someday. Amin. When I grow up, I want to be a vet. By being a vet, I can help all animals, and especially I want to rescue stray cats and provide them shelter. My favorite animals are cats and capybaras. I have a cat at home. His name is Pumpkin. We named him Pumpkin because his fur is golden brown. Well, that was all about me. Sorry if I bored you. Now let's move on to the next chapter of my portfolio. The first subject will be IPAS. Since IPAS is a national curriculum subject, so I will explain it in bahasa. Pada pelajaran IPAS, saya akan mempresentasikan tentang salah satu panca indera, yaitu telinga. Telinga memiliki 3 bagian, yaitu bagian luar, bagian tengah, dan bagian dalam. Bagian-bagian tersebut antara lain, pada bagian luar ada daun telinga dan lubang telinga. Pada bagian tengah ada saluran telinga, gendang telinga, tulang mantil, tulang landasan, tulang sanggurdi, dan saluran setengah lingkaran. Pada bagian dalam ada koklea atau disebut juga rumah siput, saraf pendengaran, saraf vestibular, dan saluran eustasius. Nah, bagaimana cara telinga bisa mendengarkan suara? Berikut prosesnya. Yang pertama, suara ditangkap oleh daun telinga, lalu masuk melalui saluran telinga. Suara diteruskan ke gendang telinga. Gendang telinga bergetar. Getaran itu diteruskan ke tulang-tulang pendengaran. Getaran diteruskan lagi ke koklea, di mana di situ diubah menjadi sinyal listrik. Sinyal listrik itu diteruskan ke saraf pendengaran lalu ke otak. Di otak, suara diterjemahkan sehingga kita bisa mendengarkan dan mengenali suara dengan jelas. Nah, sekarang saya akan menjelaskan bagaimana cara merawat telinga kita. Yang pertama, jangan memasukkan benda yang berbahaya ke dalam telinga. Yang kedua, membersihkan telinga menggunakan baby oil, cotton bud, atau air yang bersih. Yang ketiga, jangan mendengarkan suara yang terlalu kencang. Yang keempat, ke dokter jika telinga ada masalah. Nah, itu tadi pelajaran IPAS. Selanjutnya adalah pelajaran sains. In science, I will present about human skeleton, and I will be mind mapping vertebrates and invertebrates. I will present about human skeleton first. Say hi everyone to Mr. Skeleton. I will tell you all the bones that I know in the human skeleton. This is the skull, this is the jawbone, this is the ribcage, this is the upper arm bone, this is the lower arm bone, this is the finger bone, this is the spine, this is the hips, this is the thigh bone, and this is the lower leg bone. Well, that was all about human skeleton. Now I have some identification key. That's mind mapping vertebrates and invertebrates. There will be two questions. The first question is, does it have a backbone? If it has a backbone, we go downhill. The animals that have a backbone are bird, giraffe, cat, lion, and horse. If it does not have a backbone, we go downhill. Here is the second question. Does it have an exoskeleton? If it does not have an exoskeleton, we go downhill. The animals that don't have an exoskeleton are octopus, squid, jellyfish, worm, and starfish. If it has an exoskeleton, we go downhill. The animals that have an exoskeleton are beetle, crab, snail, shell, lobster, and that's it. Well, that was all about science. Now let's move on to religion. Pada pelajaran agama Islam, saya akan mempresentasikan tentang birrul walidain atau cara berbakti kepada kedua orang tua. Surat yang menjelaskan tentang birrul walidain ada di Quran surat Al-Isra ayat 23 dan 24. Berikut adalah contoh saya cara berbakti kepada orang tua saya. Yang pertama, tadarus bersama orang tua. Yang kedua, menyiapkan makanan atau minuman untuk orang tua. Yang ketiga, berpamitan atau salim kepada orang tua saat mau pergi. Nah, ini adalah doa untuk kedua orang tua. Rabbighfirli wa liwalidayya warhamhuma kama rabbayani shaghira. Yang berarti, ya Allah, ampunilah aku dan kedua orang tuaku, sayangilah mereka seperti mereka menyayangiku di waktu kecil. Ini adalah surat terima kasih untuk kedua orang tua saya. Halo Mam dan Daddy, apa kabar? Aku hanya mau bilang terima kasih atas semua kebaikan yang Mam dan Daddy telah lakukan untukku. Maaf jika aku telah menjadi beban untuk kalian. Maaf jika aku selalu ada yang salah. Maaf jika aku selalu membuat kalian marah atau kesal. Aku tahu aku salah. Aku tahu Mam dan Daddy akan memaafkanku. Mam, makasih ya sudah melahirkanku dan merawatku dari kecil sampai sekarang. Daddy, makasih ya sudah mencari nafkah yang banyak untuk keluarga kita. Semoga Mam dan Daddy bisa bersama denganku sampai aku dewasa. Semoga Mam dan Daddy selalu sehat selalu, panjang umur. Dan semoga cita-citaku menjadi dokter hewan sukses ya. Aku berharap kita bisa bertemu di surga bersama. Amin. Makasih ya. Lo mau nangis? Nah, itu tadi pelajaran agama Islam. Selanjutnya adalah pelajaran bahasa Arab. Pada pelajaran bahasa Arab, saya akan mempresentasikan tentang qoribun wa ba'idun atau dekat dan jauh. Mari kita lihat dengan lebih detail. Ini adalah contoh qoribun. Al-baitu qoribun minal masjidi. Rumahnya dekat dengan masjid. Ini adalah contoh ba'idun. Al-baitu ba'idun anis suki. Rumahnya jauh dengan pasar. Al-baitu qoribun minas suki. As-suku ba'idun anil masjidi. Nah, itu tadi pelajaran bahasa Arab. Selanjutnya adalah pelajaran SBDP. Now, this is the most interactive subject for today. It is art. In art, we learn how to make tie-dye batik t-shirt. Here is the result. Isn't it cute? Actually, there was a drama on making this. On my first try, it kinda failed. The color was faded. I think it was because of the mistaken material of the white t-shirt. But it's okay because Miss said that I can remake it. And this is the second result. But since I still like the color gradation of my first trial, so I think I'm gonna keep it. Now, how do we make this tie-dye batik t-shirt? First, we prepare the materials such as white t-shirt, textile color, and cotton glass. And then we prepare the tools. The tools are gloves, rubber bands, and plastic packages. And then we start the process of making the tie-dye batik t-shirt. First, we put the white t-shirt into the water glass. After that, we fold it into shapes using the rubber bands. After we fold it, we give it color using the textile color. When we are done giving it color, we put it inside the plastic package and then we wait for 24 hours. After it has been 24 hours, we rinse it and then we dry it. Easy, right? Because I have to do this twice, I proudly say that I am a batik tie-dye expert now. Well, looks like art is gonna be the last subject that I present today. Thank you so much for paying attention. Sorry if I had some mistakes. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
The question and answer section, okay? The first question is from Miss Irma. Where is your Mrs. Skeleton?
Miss Skeleton.
What is her name?
It's a boy and his name is Mr. Skeleton.
Oh, it's a boy.
Yes.
And his name is?
Mr. Skeleton.
Okay, Mr. Skeleton.
Because he's a skeleton and dia letoy.
Okay, good job, Iris. Okay, Iris, I would like to ask you, what is the name of the headphones?
This
Yeah?
the skull.
The skull. How about the chessboard?
This
What is it?
this one.
Yeah?
The cage.
Rib cage. Okay. Iris, Miss Irma mau tanya ke yang kipas, yang telinga. Tadi Iris itu menjelaskan ada rumah siput. Kenapa itu kok disebut rumah siput? Emang di dalamnya ada siputnya di dalam telinga kita?
Enggak. Karena bentuknya seperti kayak nasi.
Oh gitu. Gimana memang bentuknya rumah siput itu, Iris?
Gimana ya?
Boleh. Oke.
Semuanya bisa kan, Mas?
Iya bisa itu. Ya. Good. Nah.
Jadi bentuknya seperti bilis.
Oh iya, kayak spiral gitu ya. Oke, good job Iris. Thank you so much. Oke, berikutnya pertanyaannya dari Miss Vina.
Okay, Kak Anis. I want to ask you a question ya. Coba sebutkan di luar negeri yang sudah Kak Anis lakukan hari ini. Apa saja?
Hari ini loh ya. Coba diingat tadi pagi.
Membantu membersihkan ruang TV.
Bener Mami?
Iya.
Bener, alhamdulillah. Oke.
Kemudian apa lagi?
Ingat. Teman boleh nggak? Tadi malam apa ya? Ya tuh, wait. Aku lupa ya. Oh, membantu mencuci piring setelah makan.
Okay. Thank you Iris. The next question from Mama and Papa.
Silahkan.
Let's make it physical.
If
it's difficult, if she cannot answer, it will be the point only. Yeah, Miss.
Kenapa? No, it's okay, Mami.
Apa ya? Tadi Miss Vina dari religion, Miss Miss Irma dari IPA. Sepertinya Mama mau sains deh.
Science boleh.
Can you open the portfolio first, your part of science? Alright. Oh, the teacher now is Miss Claudia ya, no longer Miss Retno.
Miss Claudia.
Okay, I'm gonna draw something.
Wih.
But forgive if my drawing is di bawah. Alright. What is this?
Is it a turtle?
Okay.
Yeah,
I think your drawing is nice, Mami.
okay. This is a turtle. Is it vertebrate or invertebrate?
It's a vertebrate because it is a reptile and it has a backbone.
Okay, it's vertebrate and it has backbone. And then, okay, another one. It has antenna and then like this. Alright.
I can see it's a turtle, but I don't know what it is.
Huh? Sometimes it has and it has wing.
Oh,
Yeah, it's beetle. Sorry, jelek ya gambarnya ya. Okay, how about beetle? Is it vertebrate or invertebrate?
it is invertebrate because it does not have a backbone.
Okay. So, if it is invertebrate, does it have skeleton or doesn't have skeleton?
It has an exoskeleton.
Has. Okay. Now, this is the question. It's going to be you have to think that. What is this? Kalau in bahasa kita bilang tempurung. What is it in English?
The shell.
Shell. Okay. So turtle has shell. Is it hard or soft? Hard ya.
It's a
Okay. And then beetle has shell too.
yeah.
Am I correct? Correct ya, Miss ya?
Yes.
So it may look the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, what does it make the turtle? Because this is, they both have the same hard shell. Does it make turtle exoskeleton?
Iya juga ya.
Ayo. What do you think?
Wait, let me think. But I don't think so, Mommy. I think that the hard shell of the turtle is different from the hard shell of the beetle.
Okay. Why?
A turtle is hard shell is like its internal skeleton. So it is attached to its body.
Okay, that's its body.
If we like shut it out, the turtle will eventually die.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the beetle, its hard shell is an outer layer part of its body.
Okay.
So it will naturally shut out by itself.
Okay.
But the beetle will still be alive, not like the turtle.
Okay. It's naturally.
But